Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back into another video. Today is going to be a little bit different video from my normal ones. This is more geared towards the lore of Wuthering Waves and my thought process on where we're going to be going in the future. Lore is such a big part of what inspires me to play a lot of these different games. And with Wuthering Waves, I feel like they're following something that I'm very excited to talk about. And I could be completely wrong, but there's a lot of clues that have led me to this thought, and I wanted to share them with you and see what you guys' thoughts are on this. So first up, we'll start off by saying everything that I'm going to be talking about is pointing to why I believe that either the main character, our Rover, is based off of Wukong, or we will at some point run into Wukong and he will probably be a very prominent figure in the story, or we'll just straight up get him as a character. We already have knowledge in the game. We already have knowledge in the world that it is taking a direction to where we will be introduced to all four of the cardinal or the five phases in the Chinese mythology, which is going to be the azure dragon, the vermilion bird, the white tiger, black tortoise, and then of course the central one, which is the yellow dragon, or like the god dragon of them. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because in the Journey to the West mythology, Wukong was cast out of heaven, which we see at the beginning of the story, our main character, the Rover, being cast from somewhere and then awakening in the mortal realm, or on Soul 3, which does represent Earth. Knowing that Soul 3 is the third, farthest from the sun. So we know that this is the retrospect of Earth, whether it is the main timeline that we have already gone through, like in our lives, or it's a parallel one, obviously with these powers and stuff like that. In the future. So my thought process is that we have already been introduced to like magistrates and other characters that hold these aspects of those certain cardinal directions. One being Jian with the azure dragon, as you could say, or a green dragon. It's blue-green in color, so that would represent that. And then we have a little bit of knowledge. I'm not going to show any pictures or anything like that for like spoiler wise. But the Spectro Dragon that Jinsi has, or is going to have the power of, it represents something of yellow or white, like a central kind of style. And she seems to kind of harness those powers the same way that Jian does. We have Chengli coming in the future that does some kind of representation of like a phoenix. So we already have two of those to kind of back this claim up already. Going forward, I believe, and maybe one of you guys can locate this for me, because I do remember seeing this somewhere. There was like a portrait in one of the buildings or in one of the places that we have explored in the world already that had a like silhouette style of like mountains, someone standing on top of one of the mountains and like holding a pole arm. And I believe that depiction in a lot of like pop culture and in the Journey to the West culture, or not culture, but like the story, is Wukong standing on that mountain conquering the stages of hell that he went through. My next reasoning for thinking this is that in the actual story of Journey to the West, Wukong does harness every single element. He's able to wield and harness all of the elements, and he's able to wield, I believe, the 72 earthly forms, which in retrospect to me is representing the echoes. I don't know if there's exactly 72, but just characters being able to take on that form or transform into like an echo. It made me think of this, like the aspect of that in the mythology of it all. But yeah, so this is kind of my theory. I didn't want to make this a super long video. I don't have too much to go off of right now. I hope this has sparked an interest. If any of you guys are kind of thinking the same thing, or if you have completely different, thought process than what I'm going for, please, share it with me in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking, where your head is at with lore and everything. But yeah, man, with the Rover, we already know that they will be able to harness different elements. right now we have what is it, six true elements that are in the story right now. I believe we have fusion, glacio, spectro, havoc, electro, and arrow. So we have six right now. If I missed one, no, I think I got all of them. Yeah, so we have six elements right now. That would mean at some point we should technically get a seventh if they are gonna follow that kind of mythology that just hasn't been introduced yet. I don't know what it could be, because havoc would be like dark energy. We have light and dark, and then we have all four of the true like elements, like the prime bases of elements. Yeah, it could be something different, maybe like time or space. I would say would come into play. Time would make more sense, something, but spectro kind of does that slow down thing. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I feel like there's a seventh element coming in at some point, which would open up a whole different variety of characters and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know where y'all are at. I truly believe at one point either the MC is a representation of Wukong, or we will get something that will represent Wukong, or possibly even himself. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the next one.